that this little one is sticking its paw in the plate as it's eating. That's a first. Oh, it's the afternoon. It's 11:58, and I gave the little one some treats. The ones from Poor Dazzle, the whitefish and the chicken, which, as you can see, he ate. Good afternoon, everybody. On Wednesday, let me take this away. Hi, you finished everything, and you completely finished your bowl of soft food. You know what happened? For some reason, he now goes outside, and he checks out the area outside. Let's take a walk. I think he sits in the sun for a little bit. It's beautiful out. It's a nice breeze. Today's going to be a high of like 62. We have some men working down the block, so I don't suspect any deer will come along. So the birds, my husband put that out at like 5 in the morning. The bird food has not been eaten. And this little one has his toys on, Tigger. And we're doing a check-in. I usually do it around noon. I check in to see how he's doing. Yesterday, I assembled this cat post. Now, why do I have the cat post up? So he could scratch on something, gives him something else to do while he's there. He did explore it. He was sleeping in here early this morning at about 6 in the morning. I found him in there. You could see much less hair here. Can I show it at a better angle? Because it does look like there's hair, but actually there's not. There's a little bit, not as much, because I did roll it. So he's been sleeping in here. I assembled this yesterday, and he's been having fun with it, Tigger. Why do I have this? As I said, he's sleeping in here, but he looks like he can't really fit in it too well. So his head sticks out, and he squishes himself in. But this is soft. He can expand it with his body if he really wants to get in there. And how I came upon this for free from Chewy. What happened was I have the same post in the basement for the basement cats. I just needed one of the scratching posts because they destroyed one of those posts. They said, we don't sell the parts. I don't want the whole post. I just wanted a part. They said, I can't help you. We're going to send you a new post. I said, you're wasting a lot of money. Didn't care. They sent me this whole post for free. So I took one of the posts and I brought it downstairs because the other one was just shredded. Well, when I assembled it for him, there should have been another post. I think it's over here. There should have been another post here, and this should be another place to sit over here. So what I did was I took the leg, which was a little bit shorter, I believe, and I put it down here, and I adjusted for the height with the platform that should have been alone. I put it under here to give it some to make up for the difference. And it's working out. If that made sense to you, God bless you. I was creative. I did a MacGyver with this because, as I said, I used one of the rear posts, the scratching posts. And he likes it a lot. And he also likes the treats. I only give him a little bit. Tigger. Now, remember, All for Love still wants to, even though the lady who's running it, the president and the founder, even though she's not well, she still is she wants to take care of him. Sadly, we do not have any prospective adopters, nor do we have even a foster at this point. The foster was a woman in Colts Neck who has a horse farm, but she's moving. And with the move, she's moving to a larger farm, and she has to find out if she can keep, in the lounge area, she can keep the cat. So we're going to find out if that's a possibility. If so, she will take him, and he will have the luxury of being in a lounge area. She has 4 other feral cats that are all vetted, and he can hang out in the lounge area, and hopefully a prospective an adopter will come along, and he will be safe for the winter. He's a great guy. You can't beat these guys. Look at this. Look at the markings on him, huh? His beautiful coloring. Now, you know that he's ear tipped right there. And he's just wonderful. Hi, baby. Ear tipped, all fur, F-U-R, all for Love Animal Rescue in Freehold, New Jersey. There will be, if you know anybody in the New Jersey area that wants to adopt a beautiful cat, he's going to get everything. He's going to get the litter box, the litter, the feeding bowls, the water bowl, the feeding and the water bowls, the food, the litter, toys, interactive toys, another cat post. I'll keep this one. Maybe I'll donate it to the rescue. And a hammock. I love, there's a hammock that's put out by Chewy. My cats love it, and I think he would love it too. So he's going to get a lot of stuff, including Poor Dazzle. I'm going to give him the special treats from Poor Dazzle, which is the fish and the chicken. So, and I'll tell the woman we give three of the little ocean, the whitefish, and 3 of the little chicken treats every afternoon. Whatever they want to do. But he's going to get all the treats and love that you see. So important. But the only thing you have to do is pay for the fee from the rescue. Because if you can't afford the fee, you can't afford to adopt a cat. That's the reality. Look at that. His beautiful coloring. Look at that. The sauntering of the tiger cat. I'm happy he's safe. I really am. Where is he? You know, he stays in here at night, and it's the best thing. Look at that. Look at the belly. He has beautiful coloring. Look at the belly. Look at that belly. Look at that belly. I know, baby. I'm checking. I want everyone to see your belly. You have beautiful fur. I wonder what happened, you know, with the person who had taken care of him, because he's not a young kitten. I don't know his age. I have no clue. Look at that. Oh. But I don't know his age. He has the color on the belly area is a little orange. It's just spectacular. But I don't know who would have taken care to TNR him, and then he came back emaciated. It was terrible. So it's almost like, could somebody have dumped him? It's a terrible thing. Terrible. It's a beautiful day, friends. Beautiful. Look at that. We have the goddess of hospitality and Hercules. I wanted to put another Greek statue on the other end. We never got to do it. I'm a Greek statue person. Most of my animals in my past were named after Greek gods, because they are gods and goddesses. Look at that face. Can you see him? Look at that. Oh, I have 8 people. Hi, hey, hope you're having a great day. Mad Hatter. That's a great name, Mad Hatter. Hi. I love that. That's creative. They're great, aren't they? 9 people. Hey, I hope you're all subscribed. Thank you for commenting. Share and like it. The subscribing and liking, and this doesn't cost anybody anything. You know, just so you know, it just helps the page and helps the page grow, because I love hearing feedback from people, that when people communicate to me, maybe you could do this, or I learn from it, and maybe this can help somebody else. He did have a heater on this morning. I actually just unplugged it when I came down. I'm going to leave this open so he can hang outside or inside. He could take a little sun. Believe me, if I had more accepting neighbors, I would have a catio. Probably over here, build a nice little catio, and he can go in and out and stay in there and be safer there. But I'd rather him be in a home. He's too. This is not a feral cat. This is a loving cat. Here you go. This is my afternoon. I'm going to go downstairs and check the cats in the afternoon as well. How's everybody doing? These are interactive toys from Amazon. He loves the stuffed mouse that have catnip in it. And especially, which I thought was interesting, he likes the gray ones. He's playing with all of them, but they give you a package on Amazon of gray and tan. For some reason, he likes the gray ones better, which I thought was odd. Like, I don't know about cats and color. I don't know if they discern between the two, but he seems to like it. This lasts for about 10 minutes, and then it shuts off. Cleopatra in the basement knows how to put that back on. This, if I touch it, this will last for a while. You touch it with the foot. If he touches it, it'll activate it. This one as well. See? Now, this toy in the basement, Orange the cat. This is his favorite. Come on, move. Are you moving or you're not moving? Or is this in your way? Are you playing with this? I may have to plug that in. There he is. This is the feeding station. Hard food with treats. Soft food, which is usually Fancy Feast. In the morning, I give turkey or chicken. In the evening, I give beef. I've also given him Royal Canin. I think it's not the indoor cat, but it's the other one. Oh, I don't remember the name. But it's Royal Canin, because there is a food just for indoor cats. It's Active, maybe, something like that. There's another one that I've been giving him, and fresh water every morning, no matter what. Are you not working? Is this why he's like not playing with you? Are you not working? I got it from Amazon. Oh, it's stuck, I think. It's stuck. It was stuck. Yeah, it was stuck. See? I'm glad I touched it. It was stuck. There you go. Go ahead. I'm watching you. Hi, everybody. Good day, everybody. And here we have our ear-tipped cat. I have named it Tigger. Originally, I wanted George, but he did not respond to George. He seems to respond to Tigger. Hi, baby. And those boards are what I put against the garage door to keep the air, because I do leave it open a little, and that I put so he can get in and out, and there's no draft at three, like even more than 3/4 of the garage door I cover. But here is an interactive toy. This one is Orange's favorite. I think he enjoys it as well. He's very affectionate. Let me tell you, friends. Very, very affectionate. Look at that. This is a street cat. Does it make sense to you? Because it doesn't make sense to me. They shouldn't be on the street. They just shouldn't be on the street. Look at this. What happened was, a few months ago, I had seen this cat, and he was all over me for about, I would say, a week or two. And I was like, this has to be somebody's cat, because every day he would come, and then he would leave every night. I said, okay, maybe somebody's cat. He's ear tip. Right here, you could see the ear tip. Hi, baby. So what happened was, he came one afternoon, and there's a very large feral cat. I tried to catch that cat 3 years ago. And he's a very unique cat. I call him Buttons. And 3 years ago, I fell in love with him. Couldn't catch him. Caught every other cat. I couldn't catch Buttons. Well, Buttons came back. And every time he came back harder. And I mean harder is more distant. And Buttons is a gray and white cat. And it was really very sad to see once. He wasn't friendly, Buttons. But he would just sit by me and watch with other cats around. By the way, all those other cats were caught and they found homes. Couldn't catch Buttons. But he would watch all the other cats. And he's so loving and friendly, Buttons, to all the other cats. But I just couldn't catch Buttons. 3 years later, he is hardened by being on the street and having to fight for territory. He loves other cats, Buttons, but he doesn't like males. What happened was, that day that this one came along, who's as loving and playful, Buttons showed up. Well, Buttons beat him up so badly, the screams were heartbreaking. I literally ran out of my house and tried to get Buttons away from him. He just beat the heck out of him. And then he took off into a water retention area. And I didn't see him for months. About 2 weeks ago now, I'm pretty sure it could be a little longer, he showed up. But he showed up emaciated. And he looked terrified, constantly looking behind him as if somebody's going to come and hurt him. It was terrible, heartbreaking. And I told my husband, we got to help him. And my husband is the biggest marshmallow. He already said, of course we're helping him. What do we have to do? I said, let's call the rescue. Well, the woman at the rescue had a personal medical emergency with herself. She said, I can't do this right now. I said, okay. Plus, she had 18 kittens in her home. She had to go on a health retreat because conventional medicine wasn't helping her. So I said, listen, he's safe for now. Originally, I wasn't going to put him in my garage, but then I figured out we can do it. We can set something up in here. Clean it, I'll clean it. I don't know if he had fleas or anything, but I don't see, as you can see, you don't see him itching or anything, scratching. And we decided let's make the best of it right here and see what we can do. But, this is a cruel world for stray cats. It's not fun. Buttons went from a curious cat, non-violent, to a very feral, territorial cat, to beating this one up. And I still see Buttons around the corner, and he won't go near any person, but he does need to be TNR'd. And there has to be. You can't have any more kittens. These guys can't procreate. It's just the rescues are inundated. Rescues that used to exist now can't even function, so that's all they do is a TNR, if they can do a TNR. I can't tell you, I called about 30 rescues for him in New Jersey. One called me back. And because I posted him online, they didn't want to take him. Because I said, if anybody could please help. Nope, I had to go to them first, and it doesn't make any sense. What happened? No, this guy's, he's getting worried. He's getting worried. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, I'm right here. Don't be worried. I'm right here. Nobody's going to touch you. You hear that? So it's a sad thing. They're letting out their what is it called? When you get the air out of the sprinkler system, they're getting the excess water out. There we go. So he's scared. See, he heard the sound. Sounds like a sprinkler. It is a sprinkler. But he thought our sprinklers were going on. So no rescue wanted to handle him. I went back to my old rescue that I had Princess Raven with, and they said, okay, we'll handle him. But even though we're overloaded to the max, they have 150 feral cats in a few areas of Marlborough that they feed 3 times a day. And they're women. Let me tell you, some of the most incredibly beautiful people I've ever had the privilege to meet are these women. Some of them are housewives. Some of them have jobs, full-time jobs. Some of them do this as a job, as a rescuer and running a rescue. Some of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life, and I'm not kidding. Beautiful in their heart, but beautiful personally. They're just incredible. I said, well, this is unbelievable. This is what they do. This is their life. Their life's passion is to help the voiceless, to help these guys, because there's a world that's given up. And when I contact rescue saying, I don't understand, why don't you even call back? You know why? Because I'm probably one of 100 people that called them that day because they had a cat that they need help with or a kitten that they need help with. And they don't call back. These rescues don't call back. 30 rescues, two. I think 2 texted me and said, we can't help, and 2 called and said, no, I'm sorry, 3 texted, can't do anything, and 1 called me. That was it, out of 30. I still have a list to go on because I said to the rescue that I deal with Princess, I said, listen, I'll go to somebody else. She says, no, I don't want you to do that because I've helped that rescue monetarily with fundraising and other things. This is a problem. It shouldn't be a problem. Hi, Joyce, Joice, Joyce Marriott. I don't know if you're in the family of Marriott, but I love the Marriott Hotel, and I am a member of the Marriott, which doesn't cost you anything. And I also have the Marriott credit card, and every time you use it, just so everybody knows, this is mom mode, so it's not just about cats and dogs, it's about stuff. The Marriott Hotel, if you have a membership, if you have their credit card, you get, and you spend on it, you get free rooms. I'm not kidding you. A day, like one day you can use it. So just so you know, so Joyce, hi. And I love the last name because I think the Marriott Hotel is great. And I also found out that the Marriott Hotel is one of the chains that the basketball, oh no, that was the Marriott, that wasn't the Marriott. I was going to say the basketball, but no, it was the Marriott. Actually, that's the Ritz-Carlton. The Ritz-Carlton, they have 7-foot beds. That's where the basketball players stay in. I never knew that, but I found that out. That if you stay at a Ritz-Carlton and one time we had gone to a Ritz-Carlton, we brought my parents, because believe it or not, it was something with the Marriott Hotel. And I was able to acquire 3 days. And we went to D.C. No, was it D.C.? Or was it somewhere in Pennsylvania? Could have been, no, it was in Pennsylvania. And we stayed at a Ritz-Carlton, and the Ritz-Carlton there, we were in the elevator with a bunch of like 10-foot basketball players. And my son was having a field, he just went crazy. And I said, why are you here? And he says, oh, we're here for a game. And I said, why the Ritz-Carlton? He said, because they're the only hotel that has 7-foot beds. I was like, get out of here. Something you learn every day. Getting back to Tigger, who needs a home, who needs a loving home that can give him time to decompress after living this life, living that life. Give him time to decompress. You put him, according to what I was told, you put them in a room for about a few weeks. You give them all their stuff, their litter box, their toys, their food, and a little window they can look out of. Don't open the window. Don't open. But you got to try to get them used to living this life, which is in a home. And then slowly they'll acclimate. It takes time and to be patient. And I know that because Orange the cat, who lived like him, he came inside, then Orange would be roaming, the neighbor would let him out, and then finally the neighbor just left him out. When we brought him in, the neighbor said, he's not going to want to stay in your house. Well, guess what? He didn't want to stay in my house. Not for the first 6 months. He didn't mind sleeping here at night and playing with the toys and getting food, but he wanted to peek outside for a little while, and we couldn't let him do that. Because outside, they can get certain diseases that are airborne. You know, it's the leukemia, the AIDS, all that kind of stuff. Couldn't let him out. I didn't have a catio either outside that I can just put him in and let him hang out there. And, it took about 6 months. And I'm not saying he was bouncing off the walls, nothing. But he would just try to sit near the front door or sit near a door to say, okay, I'd like to go out now. And now he doesn't do it. Now he peeks outside and he runs back inside. You know, so they acclimate. They acclimate. I hope everybody's doing well on this Wednesday afternoon. Joyce and Mad Hatter, We have 8 people here right now, and I want to thank, well, I see 8 people, so I want to thank you for being here and watching, even for a little bit. I appreciate it. He does sleep in this bed a little bit. This is the heater that I use. As I said, it's a Medea. I have no idea, Midea. I have no, but it's a nice heater. This heater does a good job for this size room. And I love working in the garage, and now I know this is great. I always use Lascos, right there. I always use Lasco, but this is so much better. And I do put music on. I try to put, let me give you a hint, Beethoven. I try to put Beethoven on. Yes, that's my antenna. It's an oldie, but a goodie. So I try to put music on for him during the day. And all of this is for the deer that have not been around, except at night. I believe they're coming at night, my husband said. He's still eating. It is 12:24. I'm going to leave this open for him so that he can have some fresh air and freshen this whole. It doesn't smell like cat in here at all. So that's the great thing. I don't see him drinking a lot. If he drinks, I'd be real happy. Go ahead, baby, drink that. I'm very tempted to get him a fountain like I have downstairs, because I don't feel like he drinks a lot of water. It's the weirdest thing. I wish he'd drink the water, because I could tell you, Orange, the fountains that I have for the cats downstairs, they actually promote good kidney health. For anyone coming in late, I just put this together yesterday, and he loves it. He was sleeping inside the little cubby area right here. This was purchased it was not purchased, I'm sorry. I have one of these down in the basement. I used one of the legs. I have one of these in the basement. I needed an additional scratching post because my cats in the basement, they destroyed one of the posts. Chewy sent me a brand new one because they don't sell parts. So I have had this since 2022 and 2022 or 2023, and I had it in the box, and I said to my husband, I'm going to put it together for him. He loves it. You just saw him play with it a little bit. He loves it. Cats are nosy, right? Look at that. I could tell you one thing. I'm not going to have any squeakers living in my garage with this one. This is the only squeaker I'm going to have right here, and he's filled with catnip. Psst, psst, psst. There you go. There you go. He never had a toy. When I first put this in, he was terrified. It's the weirdest thing to see an animal, the curiosity, the fear, like, what am I supposed to do with it? It was just so interesting to watch him figure it out. Really curious. Three people. Hi, everybody. Thank you. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the liking. I appreciate it. So this is the afternoon check-in. In the afternoon, the only thing I give him, because he's given his breakfast in the morning. There's the breakfast. He finished the balance of his soft food. In the morning, I give him hard food and treats and fresh water. And of course the soft food. And then at around noon, which I just did, I gave him about 6 little treats from Pawdazzle, Pawdazzle. Pawdazzle is a wonderful place for treats. It's a store in New Jersey. You can order. I order online because I don't live anywhere near them. They have whitefish and chicken treats for cats that they love. You only give a few. I give him 3 little chicken and 3 little whitefish. They give you a big thing of it. So it will last a long time. That's what he gets every afternoon. And then later in the afternoon, I'm going to give him his dinner. Look at that face. He loves beef dinner, by the way. But he eats everything. But I notice he gobbles down the beef more than anything. Any beef from Fancy Feast. You think he's happy? I hope he's happy. Look, do you see the ear tip now? See the ear tip right there? That means he was TNR'd. Trapped, neutered, and released. TNR'd. See that? Now you can see it very clearly. He's listening to the neighbors. Yeah. Oh, wow. Can you see in the sky? They're vultures. You see the vultures in the sky? It was closer. They are. Do you see them? Ugh, I hate the vultures when they come out. It always worries me that an animal died somewhere. It's a beautiful breeze. Oh, there they are. Let's see if I can get closer. Yeah. See that? Wow. He's safe in here, guys. He's safe. So this is what we're doing so far this afternoon. Let me clean this area up. My garage is his home. Is it a castle for a king? Maybe not. But it'll keep him safe, and it'll keep him dry, and it'll keep him warm. And we do open it up in the afternoon on days like this where it's about 60-something degrees, low 60s, but it's a beautiful breeze. It's nice and cool. It's a little cool. And it's safe, and he's got all kinds of play stuff. Oh, I love that. See that? Again, the interactive toys are from Amazon. The stuffies from Amazon. These bowls are outdoor bowls that I use for any cats that have been outside. Underneath the bowls, this is interesting. See those things right there? Those prevent ants from getting to the food. How does it prevent the ants from getting to the food? All right, let me show you. These are from Amazon. Great idea, and let me tell you, we have not had a problem. Check that out. Do you see inside of that? It's like a maze. So what happens is the ants go inside that area right there, and they go in. It's like a maze, and they get lost. They can't climb up. Whoever created this, they're genius. So these deter ants from getting to the food source. Wonderful. And that's what we put these two outside for the soft and the hard food. Those bowls also, they're stainless steel. In the summertime, they would keep the food cold. But I always put plates on top instead of putting food inside the plate. But the water, it keeps it cold in the summer. It's very smart. Whoever invented those ant dishes is very smart. Look. He's coming back. I was so worried about you. You know that, buddy? When I saw him beating you up, that got me. When he saw that, when I brought the food out to him, when he came back a few weeks ago, he choked down the food. That really got to me. It really, really got to me. Hi. Hi, look at that face. Gorgeous, isn't he? Gorgeous. He wants more canned food. If it was up to him, he'd eat canned food 3 times a day. He's not getting it. I give it to him twice a day, which some people would say is too much as well. Whomever gets him, let them figure it out. I give it 1 in the morning and 1 at night. But I also did it because he was emaciated, and I needed to bulk him up a little bit. He's beautiful, isn't he? Look at that face. Again, All for Love Animal Rescue. All, it's F-U-R, All for Love Animal Rescue in Freehold, New Jersey. If you're looking to adopt Tiger Cat. They say interest, put Tiger Cat. You're trying to figure out, do I hang out in here? Do I not? When I leave, I'm going to put the music on, and I'm going to give him his space and just let him relax. It's a really beautiful day, friends. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. You see the trees and the breeze? We're getting that. It's beautiful. This is what it's about. Giving them a chance. You know, so many of us just pass them by because you just don't have the time to stop and to help. You could be in a situation where you just can't. But it's important to call a rescue and say, listen, I know, just put the rescue closest to me. And it'll pick one and say, listen, there's a cat here, or at least let them know. At least let them know. What would have happened if I didn't put the food out for him? If I would tell you he was so skinny and so hungry, it was heartbreaking. I had somebody close to me say, just don't put the food out. How could you do that? How could you not? If something is starving, an animal is starving, how do you not help them? I can't turn a shy eye and pretend it doesn't exist. I can't. You know, if it's one thing, if it's a bear, then I will call somebody. But we're talking about domestic animals now. All right, friends. I want to thank everybody for joining in on the live today, commenting. Thank you. The subscribers, thank you. And everyone that joined in. It's so appreciated. And there he is. That's okay. That's the rug he's ripping in, I think. I appreciate it so much. I'm having fun with this channel. And I'd love to see it grow because I want to learn from others, and I want to know if anybody's gaining anything from my channel. I hope I'm helping in some way. I know one thing, I am helping them. That when we he probably has that other little mouse stuck back there. I know I'm helping them, and that means everything. And it also shows my children what's important in life. All right, friends, take care. Have a spectacular Wednesday. Tigger says hi with those beautiful eyes. And I'm going to check the cats downstairs now. And maybe I'll post a short video, and show you what they're doing. Take care, friends. Be safe, be well. And Tigger he's my security. He's checking everything out in the garage now. Take care, friends. Have a great day. Mom Mode and Tigger say, have a great day.